Okay guys, in this video we are going to discuss the new chapter pair of straight lines. Say pair of straight lines. Pair means two straight lines. Pair of straight lines. Here is that straight lines. Say pair of straight lines means that represent the two lines. See, look at this one. Let one line is that a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0, and other line will be a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. C2 is equals to 0. Now the combined equation of these two lines. How can we get the combined equation of these two lines? That is, the product of these two is represent that combined equation. Now the combined equation of the given two lines, is a1 into x plus b1 into y plus c2 into a2 into x plus b2 into y plus c2 is equals to 0. This is known as combined equation of the given two lines. This is known as combined equation of the given two straight lines, right? So we know that straight lines are some lines will be passes through origin and some other lines does not passes through origin. Suppose if you take that two lines which passes through origin, let y is equals to m1 into x and y is equals to m2 into x be the two lines passes through origin, passes through origin, then the combined equation will be in the form a into x square plus 2h into xy plus b into y square is equals to 0. The combined equation will be in the form a into x square plus 2h into xy plus by square is equals to 0. Now all of you observe this equation. The degree of each term in the equation is the same. So this equation is called homogeneous equation. What is that equation? Homogeneous equation. Suppose the lines which do not passes through origin. See, the line which passes through origin means it doesn't have the constant. Suppose passes through doesn't have passes through origin. It doesn't passes through origin. That will be contains the constant. So in that above equations, so first equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1. Here we have the constant is there. In the second equation also we have the constant. The combined equation will be this one. Now this equation will be in the form of a into x square plus 2h into xy plus b into y square plus 2 into gx plus 2 into fy plus c is equals to 0. Now you see clearly the degree of all the terms are not equal. So this one is the non-homogeneous equation. So what do you say? Here that pair of straight lines will represent the two types. One is the homogeneous and other one is the non-homogeneous. This one is that non-homogeneous. This one is non-homogeneous. Non-homogeneous. Right? And this equation is that homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation. So please all of you remember this one. So pair of straight lines represent the two types. One is the homogeneous and the other one is the non-homogeneous. So first we will discuss that homogeneous equations. First we will discuss that homogeneous equations. Say here is that one result will be there. What is that result? So that is first one is that if a second degree equation, if a second degree equation ax square plus 2h into xy plus b into y square is equals to 0, comma a comma b not equals to 0 represents a pair of lines, which passes through origin, So that means we have to show that the given second degree equation will represent that two linear equations which passes through the origin. We know what is the general form of the line which passes through origin. Those will be in the form of y is equals to mx. So how can we prove this one? First of all, you take the given equation. Given that a into x square plus 2h into xy plus b into y square is equals to 0. b into y square is equals to 0. Right? Here the two variables are there. Consider that any one variable as the constant. Here treat y as the constant. Y variable as constant. So the above equation will becomes that a into x square plus 2hy into x plus b into y square. Here b is the constant and y square is constant. So totally this term is the constant. Now this equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Therefore x is equals to minus b, that is that minus 2h into y plus or minus root of b square is that 4h square into y square minus 4 into a into c, a into b into y square whole divided by 2 into a. So this one is that the roots of this quadratic equation. That implies under the root you take that 4y square as the common. That becomes the 2y minus 2h into y plus or minus 2 into root of h square minus ab into y whole divided by 2 into a. 2 into a. So numerator and denominator you can cancel that 2. That means x is equals to minus you cross multiply that a into x is equals to minus h plus or minus root of h square minus a into b, root of h square minus a into b into y. So here you see that one equation will be, therefore one equation is that ax is equals to, so here is that once you take the positive and other one is the negative, plus h minus root of h square minus ab into y is equals to 0 is that one factor, or and another one is that a into x plus h plus root of h square minus ab into y is equals to 0. See, all of you observe the both equations. Both are only in terms of x and y, no constant. That means the second degree homogeneous equation will represent the lines passing through the origin. Hence the result is proved. Okay. So after this one we should discuss that nature of the lines. After this one we will discuss the nature of the lines. See, here is that nature of the lines. Nature of lines. Nature of lines means in that above result we have that two equations which passes through origin. Two equations which passes through origin. See, the first one is that h square minus ab greater than 0. The lines are real and different. The lines are real and different. And next one is that second point is that h square minus ab is equals to 0. h square minus ab is equals to 0. The lines are real and parallel or coincident. See, here is that parallel lines are also nothing but the real lines, but all the real lines need not be parallel. See, you remember, in any second degree non-homogeneous equation will represent that real lines means you have to take the two conditions, h square minus ab greater than or equals to 0, and next third condition, h square minus ab less than 0 if and only if the lines are imaginary. The lines are imaginary lines. So these are the nature of the lines. So these things are the very most important things. Here this one is that real and different, real and parallel or coincident. These lines are that imaginary. So these points are that very most important. So here we will take that one example. See, look at this one. What is that example? Suppose if we have that second degree homogeneous equation. One example, you take this one. Example. Separate the equation. Separate the equation. Separate the equation of lines represented by the equation What is that equation? X square minus 6 into xy plus 8 into y square is equals to 0. Right? So here I will tell you that one simple technique method to find the lines represented by this given equation. Right? Now you eliminate the y from the given equation by eliminate y, comma, we get what will be the equation? X square minus 6 into x plus 8 is equals to 0. Right? This one is in the form of a quadratic in variable x. You know what are the factors of this one? X minus 2 into x minus 4 is equals to 0. Right? So after this one, here to the constants we write that y. Here this 2, in place of 2 you write that 2y, in place of 4 you write that 4y, because of here 8y square is there. Therefore the lines represented by x square minus 6 into xy plus 8y square is equals to 0, or x minus 2y is equals to 0, comma x minus 4y is equals to 0. See, everyone by understanding these equations, both equations does not contain the constant. So these two are that passes through the origin. So what do you say the conclusion? Homogeneous equation will be represent the lines passes through the origin. Right? Here what is the degree of the homogeneous? 2 is the degree of the homogeneous. Suppose if the degree is that 3, third degree homogeneous, that will be represent the 3 lines. Okay? Right. So the next concept is that very important thing. See this one. Here is that suppose look at this one. Next concept is that let y is equals to m1x, comma y is equals to m2x be the lines represented by a into x square plus 2h into xy plus b into y square is equals to 0. Then you can write that some relations between that m1 and m2. What is meant by m1, m2 in both equations? m1 is the slope of the first line, m2 is the slope of the second line. Say, if these two are represented by this one means the product of these two will be equals to this equation. See above the example. Suppose if you multiply x minus 2y is equals to 0 and x minus 4y is equals 0, again we will get that given equation. So when we consider these two are represented by this equation means the product of these two will be equals to this one. Therefore you can write that therefore a into x square plus 2h into xy plus b into y square is identical equals to m1 into x minus y into m2 into x minus y. See, look at this one. Here is that m1, m2 are the x coefficients in this equation. Okay. Now by observing this one, here is that by observing this one, by multiplying these equations, see, look at this one. Here is that these two are the equal. That means m1 into x minus y into m2 into x minus y is equals to 0. Now by multiplying you will be get that m1 m2 into x square minus of m1 plus m2 into xy plus y square is equals to 0. When two equations are the identical means the ratio of their corresponding coefficients are equal. Therefore you can write that m1 m2 by a is equals to minus of m1 plus m2 whole divided by, here this is that x into y coefficient. What is the xy coefficient in the given equation? 2h is equals to 1 whole divided by b. By equating the first and the last, by equating the second and the last, so we will get here, we will get that this value will be equals to, we will get this one is that m1 into m2 is equals to m1 into m2. By equating the first and the last ratio, a by b, and by equating the second and the last ratio, m1 plus m2 is equals to, this value is equals to minus 2h by b. These two results are the very most important results. These two are the very most important results. Here we have that sum of the slopes is that minus 2h by b, product of the slopes is equals to a by b. Here 2h is that xy coefficient, a is the x square coefficient, b is the y square coefficient. Okay, now we'll see that next difference of the slopes. Say difference of the slopes. Difference of the slopes is modulus of m1 minus m2. Modulus of m1 minus m2. Modulus of m1 minus m2, you can write that square root of m1 plus m2 whole square minus 4 into m1 into m2, right? So we know that m1 plus m2 is equals to, in previously we know that a square root of this value is that a minus 2h by b, whole square minus 4 into m1 m2 is that a by b. Now here this value will be that square root of 4 into h square minus 4 into ab whole divided by b square. Simultaneously here I take that LCM. This one will be equals to 2 into root of h square minus ab whole divided by modulus of b. So therefore difference of the slopes will be equals to, difference of the slopes modulus of m1 minus m2 is equals to 2 into square root of h square minus a into b whole divided by modulus of b. So this one is that one of the most important result. So please all of you remember this formula. Say the next result is that, so you remember that very most important results are the three results. One result is that sum of the slopes, and other one is that product of the slopes, and next one is the difference of the slopes. If we remember these three results, most of the questions we can do in the pair of straight lines. Okay, so and one requesting to all my viewers, please after watch the video, like, share and subscribe. Okay, please give the like. Okay, right, next see this one. Suppose if slope of one line is lambda times the slope of another line, that means m1 is equals to lambda into m2. What is the meaning of this one? Slope of one line is that lambda times the slope of another line. Now what is the relation? That implies, here we can write that m1 by m2 is equals to lambda. Lambda means lambda by 1. Okay. Now you apply the componendo dividendo. Apply componendo and dividendo. Componendo and dividendo. You know already what is meant by componendo and dividendo. So what is the componendo and dividendo? X by y is equals to a by b. The componendo dividendo will be x plus y by x minus y is equals to a plus b whole divided by a minus b, right? So by using this formula, this one we can write that m1 plus m2 whole divided by m1 minus m2 is equals to lambda plus 1 whole divided by lambda minus 1. You know, sum of the slopes is equals to how much, and product difference of the slopes. That implies sum of the slopes is that minus 2h by b whole divided by difference of the slopes is that 2 into root of h square minus ab whole divided by b is equals to lambda plus 1 whole divided by lambda minus 1. Lambda plus 1 whole divided by lambda minus 1. Here b and b will be cancelled. 2 and 2 will be cancelled. Now squaring on both sides, you will get this value will be nothing but, so h square into lambda minus 1 whole square is equals to lambda plus 1 whole square into h square minus ab. So now simplifying this value, by simplifying this value we can get the required result. By simplifying this value we can get the required result. See, here this one is that h square into lambda square minus 2h square into lambda plus h square is equals to, this one we can write that lambda square into h square minus ab into lambda square, and next one is that plus 2 lambda into h square minus 2 lambda into ab. Next one is that plus h square minus ab. Now you see this one, on the both sides you can cancel that h square into lambda square, and here that h square and h square will be cancelled. So what about the remaining value? Here this one is minus 2h square into lambda, you get to the right side. That implies this one is that 4h square into lambda, this one is the remaining terms is equals to ab into lambda square plus 2 into lambda into ab plus ab. Okay, so here this one is that ab you take the common. After taking that ab as the common, lambda square plus 2 lambda plus 1, that is the lambda plus 1 whole square. So the final result is 4h square into lambda. 4h square into lambda is equals to ab into 1 plus lambda whole square. The same result we can do in that another way. So we will discuss that another method also. See, alternative method. What is the alternative method? See this one. Alternative method is, we know that m1 plus m2 is equals to minus 2h by b, comma m1 into m2 is equals to a by b. m1 into m2 is equals to a by b. Okay, so here if m1 is equals to lambda into m2, then what is the relation? Now you replace here m1 is equals to lambda into m2 in the above two results. Therefore, lambda plus 1 into m2, lambda plus 1 into m2 is equals to minus 2h by b. Let it be this one as that equation 1. And next in this one, here is that m lambda into m2 square, lambda into m2 square is equals to a by b. This one as that equation 2. This one as equation 2. Now from the first equation, m2 is equals to what is the value? From 1 comma 2. From 1 comma 2. m2 is equals to, you write that value. m2 is equals to lambda into m2 is equals to minus 2h whole divided by lambda plus 1 whole square is equals to a by this one is equals to into b. Here this one is that a by b. Now you simplify this value. What is that value? That implies 4 into h square into lambda whole divided by lambda plus 1 whole square into b square is equals to a by b. a by b. Here b and b cancel. Cross multiply this value. 4h square into lambda is equals to a into b into lambda plus 1 whole square. Lambda plus 1 whole square. This one is that required result. So this is the alternative method to prove the result. Right? Now here that m1 is equals to lambda into m2. That is that one slope is the lambda times the another slope. So now here if m1 is to m2 is equals to l is to m, that means if the slopes are in the ratio l is to m, so that implies this one we can write that m1 by m2 is equals to l by m. Then m1 is equals to l by m into m2. So in place of lambda you can write that l by m. Then from the above result 4h square into l by m is equals to a b into l by m plus 1 whole square. L by m plus 1 whole square. Now you take the LCM, that implies 4h square into l into m is equals to ab into l plus m whole square. L plus m whole square. That means if the slopes are in the ratio l is to m, then the condition will be 4h square into l into m is equals to ab into l plus m whole square. Now we will see that one example related to this one. Say one example, if the slope of one of the lines given by a square into x square plus 2hy into 2h into xy plus b square into y square is equals to 0 be 3 times of the other. That means here lambda is equals to 3. Here lambda is equals to 3. What is that formula? We know that 4 into h square into lambda is equals to ab into 1 plus lambda whole square. 1 plus lambda whole square. Now the required value you have to find the h value. That implies 4h square into lambda is equals to a is that x square coefficient, that is that a square, b is the y square coefficient, b square, into 1 plus 3 whole square. 1 plus 3 whole square is that 16. So this value is that 4h square into lambda is equals to 16 into a square into b square. That means you can write that this value lambda is equals to how much? 3. So 12 into h square is equals to 16 into a square into b square. A square into b square. From this we can write that 4 3s are 4 4s are. That implies h square is equals to, this value is equals to 4 by 3 into a square into b square. That implies h is equals to plus or minus 2 by root 3 into ab. So your correct option is that, so either C is the correct option or D is also the correct option. So h value is equals to what? Plus or minus 2 by root 3 into AB. So this one is that one example to the above concept. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe this channel.